Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Ivar Twistfoot the Wandering Skald. And in that last episode, we went on a journey from Constantinople to the Holy Land. But on the way, we visited the great lighthouse of Alexandria. We visited the pyramids of Giza. We went through the Sinai Peninsula and visited Jerusalem. And this was probably a pretty formative experience for Ivar, who, although he still, holds to some extent the beliefs in the old Norse gods, he has fully converted over to Christianity. And for all intents and purposes, though he is Mos Arabic, that essentially he's following the Catholic faith with some influences on it from the Arabic rulers that were in Iberia at the time. But I mean, he is a man who believes in the Abrahamic God and who, has seen these places and had experiences in these places that have really, shaped him and probably solidified his religion. However, the interesting thing to note is, not only does he speak Arabic, among other languages, Norse, Arabic, Iberian, Occitan, Italian, and Greek. He is extremely well spoken here. Despite the religion that he holds here and the fact that obviously Islam holds great sway over these lands. He speaks Arabic. He reads and writes Arabic, and because a lot of the Mos Arabic rite was performed with the people who practice this religion or this denomination, I guess, were brought up or were taught in Arabic, and so it would make sense that he would have a really good understanding of the language, and that has probably helped him make his way through these lands with a lot more ease than a lot of other foreigners certainly would. Not only that, but he's literally a god of diplomacy. The riz on this man is unheard of, and so there's not too many people who can resist Ivar's charms, and that has given him a good opportunity to explore these lands, to make some new connections, to dine with emirs and sheikhs and all sorts of different characters here. I should point out that these lands, typically they would have been under the control of the Abbasids, but they have fallen quite a while ago, I guess. I'm not even sure if we can find them. Is it the Abbasids in this time period, or... Well, here's Abbazid. Well, I'm not sure if we've got a caliph anywhere or anything like that, but regardless, these lands are in quite a bit of turmoil, so it might be a little bit dangerous going through them. But yeah, what does Ivar do from here? Well, he is not done his journeys. He's seen a lot, but he's heard of the great city of Baghdad, and he's heard even of some cities further east, further beyond those lands, and a city named Delhi, or a city that, might sound mythological to him, this far eastern place, that Alexander the Great was, on the journey of Alexander the Great, making his way into these lands, he might want to see that himself. And so I think that he is going to attempt that great journey. It might take him a few more years. I actually went and looked this up, and I think that the journey to Baghdad would certainly not be that bad. It's probably a pretty well traveled route, even during this time period. This is pretty early here. It's only 901 AD. But the journey all the way to Delhi would be significantly more fraught, I suppose you could say. So I'm imagining, only a couple months tops to get to Baghdad, spend some time there, but it could be, a year or 2 years, perhaps even, to get to Delhi, and then on his way back, it could take a very long time. But I'm imagining we're going to get there and back before we, hit our late 40s. Our kids are going to come with us, but they're going to experience this as well. However, not everybody wanted to go on this long journey with us. And as we can see here, our dear friend and our former ward, the man that we brought up from a childhood, the heir to the lands of Asturias, he has decided not to join us on this long journey, for he has things that he wants to return to his own lands, and perhaps he has his own goals. And so I've actually gone and made Ordonu the leader of his own company. He's already preparing his journey. His first stop is going to be to Rome on his way back to Iberia. But yeah, he is going back because he's got goals of his own, and his path does not lead him east. His path leads him back to his homeland. So I've made him a legitimist camp. I don't know what he's going to do with it, if anything. And we've given him some followers too. Most prominent of them, you will see, is actually our son Enoch. Indeed, Enoch has had a very formative experience on our journey as well. He's been to see Rome. He's been to see Jerusalem. And as a very thoughtful and content young man himself, he has decided to pursue the holy path. And, perhaps he'll become a bishop one day. Maybe he could even somehow become the Pope one day. But either way, he wishes to dedicate his life to God, and there's no way that Ivar would stop him from doing so. And so we've got Enoch as a devoted, he's promised to the clergy, and we will be having him join Ordonu on his journey back to Rome, and he's going to presumably stay in Rome, where he'll learn and he'll be a priest under the bishop who we made a connection with there. So yeah, he's gonna go off on his own, and hopefully he will do well. We will wish him the best. And I mean, he's got a good shot at becoming a pope potentially. He's not ambitious, but his learning and his diplomacy are good, so he might rise high in there. And that means that for all intents and purposes, Veminder is going to be our new heir, and I don't mind that at all, because Veminder has had a lot of cool events over the course of the series here, especially in the last few episodes. And I think he's turning into a cool character. He's definitely not a nice guy. He's callous, that's for sure, but callous and calm. And he's got some decent stats building up, even his prowess, despite his delicate frame. He could be quite the warrior. And so, yeah, we'll see how he turns out there. Regardless of all that, it is time to start our journey. So we're traveling now from the city of Homs, and we're going to be going up through Aleppo and over to Edessa, because we're dropping somebody off there. And that's going to be the first start on our journey to Baghdad. So let's head on through there. I've been avoiding... There's a lot of danger in these lands. And here we've visited the citadel of Aleppo. So that is good. Yeah, there's a lot of danger. A lot of bandits. A lot of raiding parties in these lands. So yeah, it's a little worrying. I'm brought before the emir himself. Blah, blah, blah. Come, we shall speak in my chambers. You may remain as a guest in my castle. So this woman here, this is the one we escorted. I actually kind of want to see if we can get her as a somebody in our camp. We can't do that, but what if we make a request? Could we arrange a marriage? I'm curious if he would let one of our people, such as Isaac, marry his daughter. Will not accept. Ugh. Yeah, that different faith. Damn. This would have been a great character, imagine. Genius and herbalist. Ugh, that would have been She would have been amazing to get in our court. Is there any way to bring her in? I think there... No, I don't think... Not as things are currently. That's too bad, but... regardless here, so we're in Edessa, but we should be continuing on our journey. And our journey will lead us to Baghdad, which is... Where am I looking over here? Baghdad, there it is. Alright, so... Yeah, this is where we're gonna want to go, and we'll just head there, I guess. Actually, it's not really even costing us that many provisions, so that's not too bad. Considering the turmoil going through these lands, I think that it's probably worth it to hire some more mercenary guards as we go. I mean, the danger is actually 0, but we'll probably hire some mercenary guards anyways, just to make sure. And yeah, I think that's probably fine. So there we go. And we got a new captain here. Captain Abdalazim. Oh, and now here's the the Iranian intermezzo. After a period of crisis, the Sunni Caliphate is recovering. The blood-soaked struggle slowly abating in Persia. Scalendal House must thread carefully here. Yeah, okay, so there's obviously a lot of turmoil here. But who is the current Caliph? Caliph Al-Mutaz. And where is he? Oh, he's way down here. The Sunni Caliphate, or the Sunni Caliphate, is way down here. Interesting. Well, I mean, hopefully they'll... we'll see if they'll do well. Who knows? But regardless, not really a matter to us. Just as we were about to set out, it starts snowing. Well, where the heck are we okay, is it really snowing here? This doesn't look like a particularly snowy place. Like if we were in the mountains maybe, but I guess somebody tell me if it snows around there. If we want to make our journey, we have to set out, but riding through a snowstorm is risky at best. I don't worry about delaying the journey by a couple days. It's not gonna hurt. We know how to travel, and we know how to travel, you know, a lot safer than we did when we first started our journeys. So yeah, we'll make our way safely. Oh, you know what? I'm not even paying attention to... Ooh, mysterious lamp. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promise you that what I have in my stall, like Jazeera herself, are more than they seem. Oh, we could buy the mysterious lamp. I will absolutely buy the mysterious lamp. Okay, I do want to hit up some points of interest along the way here. So let's customize the route. It doesn't look like we've missed anything. So yeah, let's go and hit up Samara. And then we can probably wrap around here. Maybe do we want to hit this one down there? Go down to that, and then come make our way back. Nah, it wouldn't really make sense to do that big of a detour there. So I think we'll just do this. We can maybe hit that one later on, but yeah, this looks fine for now. Let's go and see what's in Samara. I'm sure we'll find some interesting things to learn about here. We visited the Great Mosque of Samara. The Great Mosque of Samara was completed in 851 by the Abbasid Caliph Al-Mutawakkil. Al-Mutawakkil. Let me go and look at this here. Its most prominent feature is the Malwiya Tower, a magnificent spiral minaret which towers towards the skies at an impressive height. Very cool. A snapped twig. There's a chill in the air and my breath mists into small puffs as I traverse the orchards of Balad. The trees are seemingly cowering a bit in the cold, longing for warmer days. Suddenly, a high-pitched shriek pierces the air. I quicken my step only to find a peasant child below a tree, in shambles and sobbing violently. It would seem as if he made an attempt at climbing the tree before slipping and falling to the ground. One of the bone pipes are protruding at a strange angle. There, we say. Boys will be boys. I don't mind losing Dread, so yeah, maybe we'll, you know, we'll offer the kid some comfort. You know, he's brave enough, so Oh, the Iranian intermezzo transitioned into an unrest. Great, perfect time to be traveling through these lands. As we travel by the Tigris, we notice a woman loudly cursing her life and complaining about her traitorous crew. As we get closer, we see her standing by the remains of a small wrecked trading vessel. My lord, can I ask for a moment of your time? I will happily pay for some food and assistance with repairing my boat. Of course we can help you out. For a price, maybe? My apologies, but we are in a hurry. No, I think we can help her out. Why not, of course. There should be no trouble. And then here we go. We visited the ruins of the Palace of Ctesiphon. Or Ctesiphon. Ctesiphon. Huh. Let's see here. This ancient edifice was the ceremonial seat of the Sasanian King of Kings, but silence has fallen over its once glorious halls, and the flowers in the gardens bloom no more. Much material was taken for the founding of Baghdad, and the people have scattered to the four winds. Yet an eerie splendor remains, the lingering glory of old. Ooh, cool. Very cool. All right, and here we go. We're gonna be in Baghdad as well. So there we go. Visited the House of Wisdom. Very cool. What's the House of Wisdom? The House of Wisdom contains a vast collection of books, and the scribes therein work tirelessly both day and night to translate even more great works of literature. The sources vary from Greek, Persian, Indian, and many more. Truly, it contains the entire world's knowledge, a shining beacon of human knowledge and comfortably far from the illiterate horsemen of the steppe. Yeah, wouldn't want to end up in the hands of them. Not too bad. All right, so we got ourselves a learning perk. Strength and diversity, different faith opinion. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. So yeah, let's do that. You now gain a bunch of stuff for every 3 unique faiths your followers have when the camp temperament is steadfast. Well, that's probably gonna hit us right now because we got a bunch of different faiths in our camp, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh boy, our stats are stacked now. Oh, +3. Did everything go up by +3? Yeah, wow. That's a good one. All right, so that just boosted our stats like crazy. Not gonna complain about that, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I wanted to go. Okay, so while we're here, I did intend to potentially do a university visit here while we're in Baghdad. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Don't need mercenary guards. Study materials, library of knowledge. Yeah, we might as well bring. Oh no, we can't do it. This activity cannot be hosted for 15 years. Dang. All right. Well, that kind of sucks. Or it definitely sucks. What else could we do? Could we do a hike? Set out on a solitary expedition to the hidden corners of the realm. Interesting. I think we'll save this. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe while we're here in Baghdad, we will take a little journey. Huh. Can we go to... Does it? Oh, I see. It wants us to go far. No, I don't think we'll do this just quite yet, because I don't think Ivar wants to leave Baghdad quite yet. Camp Revelry. We haven't done that in a while. Let's revel a little bit now that we've made it to Baghdad. And yeah, we'll have it right over here. Guest of honor. Doesn't look like we can select one, so that's okay. Food, meager food. Why can't we? Oh yeah, let's do. Why can we only do meager food? You need the supply tent. Okay. All right, I think we'll do this anyways. Yeah, let's do a little. Let's have a little bit of revelry in the camp. Why not? Finally, we are gathered, all supplies prepared, the fire crackling merrily in our midst. Yeah, let's enjoy a little bit of camaraderie with our friends. And then Sheila gesticulates wildly as he weaves a story that by now has been quite a long time in the making. He tumbled like a sack of bricks. Hit him right in the head, it did. Sheila soaks in the acclaim of the gathering with a satisfied smile. It was quite the tale of daring do indeed. The assorted company still seems quite agog, trying to cajole another story from Sheila's lips. Seems like somebody got their hands on a thesaurus when they wrote this one here. I have a story too. Yeah. Ooh. You know what? I think we'll ask for another. We probably could tell another better story, but I think we'll let our people enjoy their own. Let them enjoy their own stories here. You know, why not? There we go. Mess tent completed. I'd like to get that level 3 to unlock another thing over here. We've got plenty of money. We're basically we're very wealthy at this point. Ivar is not hurting for money. You know, we're probably, well, who's the ruler of Baghdad? Sheikh Tuki of Badaria. Interesting. Just an old man with no heir. Primary heir is this guy. Interesting. And that is why revelries are so relaxing. And it is beneficial to simply enjoy the company of others. My follower Artavan finishes, and he takes another sip of his mug of spiced wine. I am intrigued by Artavan's topic, but I hesitate when I overhear Muhammad's monologue about how revelries are so relaxing, blah, blah, blah. Slightly stressed, I just try to decide which conversation to pick up. I think we'll talk to Artavan, and we'll see. And we've made a friend here. So Artavan is an interesting character. The whale that walks. A decadent man, certainly should be said. But, you know, he is gregarious, and we get along with gregarious people. Apparently, Octavian has dropped a scroll at my feet. Sheila's got some, oh, he's a little bit of a deviant. Well, the world must know of us. I don't think that we're going to expose that. That seems like a little bit rude of us, I would say. Not for us to, you know, say what a man should do in the privacy of his own tent. There we go. Recreation. Fireside chat. Oh. Oh, attract useful strangers. Let's do that. The drink in my cup trickles away to nothing. The last drag's drained. I turn for another, but we're fresh out, says Aaliyah. We could break open another barrel, but if we don't finish it, it could go stale. Well, yeah, we're obviously gonna... Let's live a little while, shall we? I mean, we can easily recover, and we gain life of the party for 10 years. Fireside chat, passionate speech. Nice. I will say the nuns have both stuck with us. I think probably because they want to spread the good word of God in these heathen lands. So that's what I imagine the nuns are still with us there. The fire sputters, its embers now merely glowing where they once roared. The revelers likewise begin to drift off towards their sleeping spots. A good time was had by all, but the hour has come to call the entertainment done for now. We gain Master of Ceremonies for 3 years, which is nice. Eager Reveler, not too bad. We gained a new contract, 100 diplomacy lifestyle experience. You gained Fireside Chat, the Trove of Wisdom. Oh, what would we have got if it was level 4? Yeah, still not too bad actually. Oh, and we gained a ton of provisions too. Nice. Finish the camp revelry. Awesome. That's a pretty good one to do. We could probably gather some provisions as well. We'll send out Isaac to procure them. Whether he goes, you know, procurement in this case might be, you know, looking for game, but also maybe he can just go and buy some. Gather a team of foragers, Isaac. Yeah, let's see if he can do it. No provisions found, Isaac. Come on, man. I know this isn't exactly your probably preferred job, but, you know, you should be relatively capable at it, surely. Oh, well, let's go and visit the castle holding, see what Baghdad's got for us. And here, we're here with Zaid, whose hair's looking a little bit worse for wear. But, yeah, let's take a look around. Oh, I should point out that with Ordonu gone, we do have to have a new camp second. And the most capable person actually turns out to be Adolfo. You know, Adolfo hasn't really made much of a name for himself in this series yet, but he's been with us from the very beginning. This, you know, warrior monk, this, you know, swordsman who has a very, you know, zealous and strict view when it comes to his faith. You know, he is quite capable and he is very loyal. And in this journey here, I think that he will be a valuable asset to us. And so we've made him the camp second because we can rely on him. So just wanted to point that out there. We'll head to the tavern straight away, listen to a story. And the story had a few good points. See who's up for recruitment. Sadia. Oh, this was the merchant woman. Sadia looks like a fine specimen. If she was a little bit younger, I'd bring her into the camp in order to have her married off, but we could get some supplies. We're looking pretty good, but we'll just try to weasel some supplies out of the man, successfully charm him. And we'll look to the town crier to see if there's any artifacts. Traveling. I do like transport contracts. And I suppose we can look at the castle. See if there's any able bodies at the garrison. We've got Amir, who is actually quite able. Or Khalid. Anyone fancy a round of dice? Oh, let's see if we can win some dice here. Amir wins a round, damn. Well, I didn't get lucky, but didn't need to. Alright. So we've got some... Oh, what is this one? Construction work? That seems like it's going to take a long time. What about just traveling around here? Escorting an emissary? Where would you like us to take your emissary? To Tikrit. Where is Tikrit? Oh, not very far? Yeah, alright. Let's travel there. Not too much danger, so we'll just go and head over there. Escort this emissary. And then while we're into Crete, well, we'll get this one after as well. An unusual encounter. Avoiding the harsh midday sun, we have made temporary camp inside a peculiar and very damp cave. Did you hear that, my leader? Saib Jatir seems ill at ease with our dark shelter. As I turn around, I'm suddenly face to face with a young girl who must have somehow walked right past Jatir. The startled child immediately vanishes deeper into the caves. Oh, we'll follow her, I suppose. What do we have here? We delve deeper and deeper under the earth, leaving the bright sunlit landscape behind for increasingly damp, dark tunnels. As I finally catch up with the girl, I am distracted by a splendorous sight. An ancient system of underground canals extends as far as the eye can see. Welcome to my very own palace. It is likely to dwarf even yours, says the girl. She looks up at me defiantly, clearly dismayed that I managed to follow her all the way down here. Girl, you must learn to respect your betters. I can learn something from studying this architecture. Or let us dive for hidden treasures in these waters. Ooh. It's too bad we can never get these characters in our camp, but I think we'll dive for hidden treasures. Come on. Ah, the only thing we caught was the shivers. Come on. I wanted the treasure. Yeah, all right. Our wife should take good care of us. Excellent work, my dear. My dear Juliana. All right, we got another perk as well. Souvenirs aplenty. Whenever you move camp, gain +10 opinion. Oh, wow, that's going to be nice. There we go. All right, let's continue. Well, we'll hang out here in Baghdad for a little bit while we recover. I was watching Christina play with the other children when Chaim tried to push her over. The moment did not last long, as Christina soon made an entirely new game of it and had forgotten the previous game entirely. She could become yeah, okay, forgiving. No, she can become forgiving here. It's a good trait. Forgiveness is important. We have been staying in the Mashriki floodplains of Baghdad for a while now. The locals have been frequently visiting our camp to trade or to simply hang around. Recently, I saw a man lingering around for longer than the rest. There have been lean years and fat years here in Baghdad, and I reckon the lean years are coming back. I do not wish to die where I was born, to stay here any longer. I humbly ask, allow me to join your band, my lord. Says this most Arabic Norse guy who is somehow here in Baghdad as well. Oh, man. Why doesn't this event makes no sense? It literally, yeah, it should create a character that is from these lands. Like, I don't get it. Please go away. Yeah, that just, I mean, he's a good character. It would have been nice to bring him in the camp, but it didn't make any sense for the event. Oh, there's a feast? Ooh, sure, we'll go to a feast. Why not? Let's head down here. We've been invited. They want to see this interesting foreigner, and although we are a little bit ill, we're gonna go anyways, because you don't turn up free food. Alright, let us have a lovely time here with these various people. Mischief, murder, seduce, befriend. I think we'll just enjoy ourselves here. I cannot wait to talk to everyone here. We're engaged in the banquet. I know what I said, I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Wali Aliamas cocks his head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told him what he said could be interpreted as something lewd. She had a lovely chest on display in the courtroom. I may not be alone in thinking this either. Mayor spat out her drink when Wali repeated himself. The two could share the same crude humor as I, or repeat what you said really slowly. Yeah, let's see if he enjoyed it. He finds the double entendre funny. There we go, and he has become our friend. Ah, there's nothing like a feast. It reminds us of what is good in life. You are something special, Ivar, Saib Jatir tells me. And everybody nods their head in return. It's because we are the life of the party. We're literally the life of the party. Oh my god, we have so many effects on us right now. Life of the party. Right there. Game says it. Yeah, we're enjoying our time here with our own company and with the various people here at this court. This is where I want to be. Good folk to mingle with here. A chance to be seen, a chance to be seen with the great and the good, we say. Look at this, we're almost getting close towards 10,000 prestige. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. It was a pleasure to have you with us, says Wali Aliamas. Before coming, my clothes were slack and ill-fitting. Now I stagger out of the hall twice as full of food and merriment as when I arrived. There we go. Nice. Lose a ton of stress, which we didn't really need to worry about, but... And we finished our building, which is nice. Tomb Raiders. Turning a bend in the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust emerging from what must have once been an impressive tomb. They hoist burlap sacks that jingle and jangle, weighed down by trinkets they have dug out of the ancient building. Times are hard, mighty leader. Our families must be fed, and we are not doing harm to anyone among the living. There's no future for those who disregard the past. It's not really our place to arrest anybody, though. The leader deserves his cut. That definitely we wouldn't do. I think we'll just leave them to it. I don't think it's our place to make any comment on either of this. Bound together. Today's hopeful couple are Mare and Theodosios. Nice. Mare. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's a little bit older than him, but at this advanced age, I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, of course we'll let them marry. Why not? We do need to... Oh, man, we really need to get some marriages for our other characters here, but... our daughter needs a guardian. What is she? Diplomacy? Alright, we'll raise her ourselves then. Because I don't think there's anybody more diplomatic than Ivar with almost 60 diplomacy. Ivar is becoming OP. It's kind of cool to see, though, because, you know, in the beginning of this campaign, he definitely was not. We're going to demand these payments here. to get the money and keep boosting that up. All right, what can we build in our camp? We can get this one. Knowledgeable herbalist unlocks chief forager. We already have that. Adept curers, that's okay. Roving bakers, skilled cooks. Improves the results of the camp revelry activity. Let's see. Murder schemes begin with a free poisoner agent slot. Domicile income's not so bad. I think probably skilled cooks is gonna be the best one for us in this case. Provision use, yeah, I think we'll go with that. There we go. Then we'll upgrade the rest of our thing. Baggage train, we'll boost that up a little bit later as well. And then we'll continue on. Nice. Kids are boosting up their stats pretty well as well. Ooh, Veminder's got vengeful as well. He's becoming a little bit of a he's not gonna be a good guy, that's for sure. Definitely different than Ivar, but you know, still he's gonna be probably pretty capable. And we are no longer ill, so I think it might be time to journey on. Where does this guy want to take somebody? Travel to Mosul. Where that's way back. I don't really want to go backwards. So I don't think we'll do that one. I think we'll just move on. I've heard that these boundary dispute ones are relatively quick to do, but I think I want to move on from here. So where's the next point of interest that we're going to want to check out? Probably, yeah, okay, maybe we go here and then to Isfahan. Yeah, okay, let's go to Isfahan and we'll just stop at that other place along the way. Definitely some danger here. That's for sure. Yeah, these lands are pretty dangerous, so I'm actually going to customize the route to take a more safe option here. So once we do that, we'll go there, and we go up to this, and that's actually relatively safe. And I suppose we can take Errant Explorer pack, and that's most of the danger right there. So there we go. And we'll continue on our journey because we want to go and see Delhi, and we have to continue moving if we are to do so. Let's take this trinket off. Oh no, wait. We're good. Okay. I thought we had another trinket to put in one of those spots. We visited Falak ol Aflak, ensconced on a hilltop above the town of Khorramabad. The Sasanian mud brick fortress remains an impressive sight. The inhabitants of the valley call it Falak ol Aflak, the heaven of heavens, for it seemed to them to rest on top of the world. With its strong walls, they often found it a refuge. Very cool. And here we go, and we're going to visit Isfahan as well, and we shall arrive there not too long. Looks like somebody's doing some consolidation around here. At the edge of camp, my path back from the central fire pit takes me close to the camp's edge, where the shouts and screams of children at play draw my attention. My daughter Saga is leading several others and hurling small rocks and stones off a ridge, seeing how far out into the valleys below they can cast their little missiles. They whoop when one goes further than the rest, and giggle at those that skitter to a halt where they can be seen. After a moment, Saga catches sight of me. The girl beams in my direction, clearly hovering between taking her playmates back towards camp or pushing out a little further into the wilds. So, oh, who's this? Oh, Vigfus Alia's son. Very cool. And then the rest of the kids here stay within sight. I mean, this is a little bit. Go on, explore. We are trusting, apparently. Children excited for the simplest things. Yeah, I think we. I don't know. This is a dangerous land, though. I think we do. Yeah, I think Ivar, even though he is trusting, I don't think he's reckless. Are we? Well, what do we have here? Rough terrain expert. We are literally reckless. I know this is in battle, but go on, kids, explore. We say, and don't die out in the wilds of this land. Of the people gained. Oh yeah, nice. We gained. Oh, and look at this legendary figure. We have achieved the 6th and highest possible level of fame. Now, this is interesting, right? Because we need to consider that fame does not travel quickly in this time period, you know? Like, although we might be famous in the places that we go and we might easily make a name for ourselves there, you know, people far away aren't hearing the tales of Ivar probably beyond, you know, the small regions where we've gone. Because it just, you know, it wouldn't travel that way. But we certainly are as legendary as we could be. And once we get back home, it is going to be a big, they are going to be a big deal. All right, where does this guy want us to take somebody to? I don't want to go up to Gillan. It's the wrong direction. I don't want this contract. I don't think we need to stick around here, really. I think we should probably just continue on, but where's going to be the safest route? This is pretty harsh desert. Is going along the coast the smarter option? I don't know. Let's, well, where's probably our next best stop? Is there any, you know, important cities here? Let's take a look at the development. Looks like, yeah, this is not very developed here, so maybe we go to Hormuz. Maybe we travel along the coast? Or do we go up? This looks like it could be a potential path. And I believe, if I recall correctly, Alexander the Great did a more northern route, right? Like he came up through these lands and then down in through there. So maybe we should follow that same path. And, you know, we are actually getting close to Artavan's father's lands. Oh, well, his father's dead, but his brother's around. Where does his brother live? Way up here? Maybe Artavan will convince us to go there. Oh, wow, and we can hit up some spots on the way. That's actually it's gonna cost us quite a bit of provisions, but I think we'll do it. So we're gonna go there. And then after that, we'll make sure we get this one. I don't want to go here because there's some danger. Maybe go down here and then up through there, and then looks like we're gonna get that one. We're gonna get a little bit low on provisions, but we should be okay to do this journey. So you know what? Artavan is going to convince us to go and visit his homeland. Did you ever think that you were gonna make it back, Artavan? Who knows? I imagine he probably didn't. He traveled a long way, but looks like Artavan gets to return home in his lifetime as well. And things are a little bit intense over here. But we are going to do our best to avoid all of that. And here we're in the mountains. Architect's Digest. Caboose is lost in deep in thought when our entourage enters the quarries of Baduspan. Oh, we'll take a look at this as well. Visited Mount Damavand. I'll take a brief look at this. A great snow-capped pinnacle steeped in ancient lore, Mount Damavand is said to be the prison of the monstrous tyrant Zahak, where he will abide until the end of the world. Many heroes of old have performed great feats on this mountain, and to those who travel there today, its mighty presence seems to touch their very souls. A dormant volcano, its slopes are dotted by hot springs where weary travelers can stop and relax, pondering the deeds of the ancients. Oh, that's very cool. In any case, Caboose here, the leader of the couriers, says, "Oh, I'm drawing up my thoughts on construction. Architect, you say? I'll take one of your drawings. What does this do? Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, I'll take it. Maybe we can sell it for more if we need to. So here we go. We'll continue on our long journey here. Skilled cooks completed. All right, let's build up the baggage train next. Go. Still got plenty of money. Not really worried about that just yet. Probably don't need to worry about it for a little while. We visited the Great Wall of Gorgan. What is the Great Wall of Gorgan? A vast fortification system built by the ancient kings as a bulwark against the Hephthalites. The Hephthalites Huns. The Great Wall of Gorgan is shrouded in legend. Alexander the Great himself is said to have passed through its gate on his march to conquer the East. Yeah, so apparently we are following Alexander's route here, so that is pretty cool. Oh, and looks like we might have gained a martial lifestyle perk as well. Oh, actually, there was a place we missed here as well. Oh, another part of the Great Wall. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. I did not know there was a thing here. Promising prospects or chivalric dominance. Probably promising prospects. That's always a nice boost to have. We are going to want our kids to get married at some point. Like, Vebender is going to need to get married, but there's not really any suitable... There literally is nobody suitable in camp, so... We'll just have to continue on. And we get another Wandering Lifestyle perk. Gracious Host, Impeccable Guest. Bonus modifiers from the Steadfast Camp. Temperament now also scales by number of known languages, plus stand opinion when visiting somebody's capital, or Journey Planner. Yeah, let's do Journey Planner, because activities costing 20% less is going to be a nice boon. We visited the Nishapur mining pits. Probably... Ooh, turquoise is a stone that can be found in these mountains. That's cool. Alright. And we visited the sanctuary of Imam Raza. The sanctuary houses the remains of Ali al-Rida, celebrated by some Shiites as the 8th Imam who was martyred in this lands. The ever-expanding complex includes his shrine, as well as prayer halls, a library, and a bazaar, growing in an eclectic but glorious fashion with the ebb and flow of pilgrims and caravans. Oh, that's a cool one. And here we are traveling now through the capital of the Tahirid Grand Emirate. So we're actually getting close to the, getting close to the steppe at this point here. I like that we've got the Doria Confederation, which is pretty strong up there. But where are we? We're passing through Merv right now. We visited the capital of the Grand Emirate of Khorasan. At this point, we're probably, going to be one of the most well-traveled people of all. Okay, is this a thing that we want to hit up? Probably, right? Yeah, there is. We might as well do this one before we stop off at the place. Maybe Artavan told us about the Ark of Bukhara here. Let's go and visit it. There we go. We visited the Ark of Bukhara. It is said that Prince Siavusha built this massive fortress when the world was young. 3,000 years later, it was restored by the Bukhara Kudas, the ancient rulers of this region. And it has been in use ever since. Travelers come from near and far to admire the construction, with 7 great pillars mirroring the 7 stars of the Big Dipper. But it is a fortification first and foremost, intimidating in its splendor. Interesting to note that Artavan is of the house Bukhara Kuda. So that is probably why he told us about this, because it is his family that apparently rebuilt this, although they don't currently hold it. There we go. We have landed once again. 61 diplomacy. My God. Of the people. Just boosting up that... our fame is maxed out already, so it doesn't even help us at this point anymore. And here we are in Nakshab with the brother of our dear cook. And I think that this will be a place that we can maybe stop for maybe a month or two while we prepare our journey down through the mountains to get ourselves... Oh yeah, that's some rough disease spread through there. What do they got going on over here? Let's take a look. Disease the Kalar's boils. Yikes. Measles. Yeah, I don't want to run into that. I think we'll hold here for a little bit, although we obviously wouldn't know about this, so. But yeah, I think that we're gonna hold there, and then yeah, the next place will be Delhi, and then we'll make our journey back. Maybe we'll travel along the southern route on our way back. Maybe we'll even see if we can catch a ship, and yeah, we'll go from there. I wonder if we could catch a ship and just take the coast all the way back, and then go up through the Red Sea. It'd be a dangerous journey, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think in this in the comments below, because yeah, this journey has been epic, and I actually have no idea what's going on in Iberia right now. I've avoided looking, like I've seen it when I've loaded the map up, but I haven't gone and checked anything, so I don't really know what's going on, and I'm very curious to see, but we won't look at that until we return. And we will return in the next episode, not to Iberia, but return to this series in the next episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.